I had always dreamed of owning a lakefront property, a place where the water sparkled under the sun and the breeze carried the scent of pine. When I first stumbled upon the listing for the abandoned lake mansion, I couldn't believe my luck. Nestled at the edge of a secluded lake, it had an old-world charm that felt straight out of a movie. The listing said the mansion had been empty for over a decade. Windows were shattered, the paint peeled off the walls, and nature had begun reclaiming it. But to me, it wasn't ruined, it was full of potential. I imagined myself restoring it, bringing life back to every forgotten corner, and before I knew it, I had made an offer and bought it, my heart racing with excitement. The day I first arrived at the property, the sun was setting, casting an orange glow over the still lake. I parked my car, walked up the cracked driveway, and felt a shiver of anticipation. The mansion looked even more hauntingly beautiful in person. The wind whispered through broken shutters, carrying with it memories of a time when laughter and warmth had filled these halls. I couldn't wait to make it my own. I took out my phone and whispered, "This is it, my new home." And in that moment, I remembered, if you love stories like this, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss the journey. I spent weeks walking through the mansion, notebook in hand, sketching plans and jotting down everything that needed repair. The ceilings were high, the floors creaky, and the fireplaces covered in dust and cobwebs. It was a lot of work, but my imagination turned every crack and broken window into an opportunity. I pictured the dining room filled with friends laughing, the lake-facing balcony hosting serene morning coffees, and the bedrooms warm and inviting. Every corner sparked ideas, new chandeliers here, restored hardwood floors there. I knew that with time and effort, I could turn this abandoned mansion into a dream home. Then came the first shock. A neighbor, older and stern-looking, approached me as I measured the main hall. "You know the HOA has rules about abandoned properties, right?" he asked, his eyes suspicious. I nodded politely, thinking he was just warning me to follow regulations. I didn't take it seriously. After all, I owned the property now and I had every right to renovate. I thanked him and waved him off, brushing off a creeping unease. I began the renovation process slowly, hearing contractors for structural repairs, electricians for wiring, and painters for walls. Every day was a mixture of exhaustion and exhilaration. The mansion began to feel alive again. The lake reflected the renewed beauty of the house and I could almost hear it whispering approval. But as I looked out from the balcony one morning, my heart sank. In the distance, I saw bulldozers moving in. I squinted, thinking my eyes were playing tricks. But no, they were real and they were moving toward my mansion. My stomach churned. Was this a nightmare? I ran down the driveway, my heart pounding, only to find HOA officials in bright vests walking toward the house, clipboards in hand. "You can't renovate this property, it's scheduled for demolition," one of them said flatly. My mind froze. Demolition, my mansion? I swallowed hard, trying to keep calm. "I bought this property, it's mine, I have every right to renovate it," I shouted. But the official just shook his head. "Ownership doesn't override HOA regulations. This property has been abandoned too long. Demolition begins tomorrow." I left the mansion that day with a heavy heart, packing my car. Every plan, every dream, every sleepless night of imagining the transformation felt like it was slipping through my fingers. I couldn't sleep that night, haunted by visions of bulldozers tearing down the walls I had fallen in love with. I decided then and there that I would fight. I would hire lawyers, petition the HOA, and do everything in my power to save the mansion. I didn't know how yet, but I promised myself I wouldn't give up. As the sun rose over the lake the next morning, I parked my car at the edge of the property, determined to take action. I looked at the mansion, silent and patient, as if it knew I hadn't abandoned it. The wind brushed against my face and I felt a flicker of hope. Maybe this story wasn't over yet. Maybe there was a way to save my dream. And if you're as curious as I was to see what happened next, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, because the next chapter will reveal a twist I never saw coming. I woke up early, adrenaline pumping, and drove straight back to the mansion. The HOA had begun clearing some parts of the land, but the main house was still standing. I could see the bulldozers idling, engines rumbling like giant beasts waiting to devour everything I loved. My lawyer was on the phone explaining emergency injunctions and legal paperwork, but it felt like time was slipping faster than I could act. Every second, I imagined the walls crumbling, the floors splintering, my dream vanishing into dust. I decided to enter the mansion, hoping to find something that could buy me more time. As I walked through the dusty halls, I noticed old photographs on the walls, pictures of a family smiling, parties, birthdays, moments frozen in time. It hit me, this house wasn't just a building. It was a vessel of memories, and I was the one who could honor them by restoring it. With renewed determination, I ran from room to room, measuring, photographing, and documenting every inch so I could show the HOA that the house had value, not just to me, but to history. Then a strange thing happened. A group of neighbors gathered at the property line. Some were supportive, some skeptical, but all were curious. "We didn't know someone was actually trying to save it," one woman said. "We thought it was abandoned forever." I explained my plan, my vision, and how much the mansion meant to me. Slowly, I began to feel the tide shifting. People started to offer help, tools, manpower, even ideas for renovation. I realized that sometimes community support can be stronger than rules written on paper. Hours passed, and just as I thought hope might be fading, my lawyer arrived with good news. The HOA has agreed to a temporary halt on demolition, he said. They want proof of your renovation plans and a clear timeline. If you can show progress, they might reconsider. My heart leaped. This was my chance not just to save the mansion, but to prove that dreams are worth fighting for. I jumped into action, coordinating workers, ordering materials, and creating a visible transformation. Every brushstroke, every repaired floorboard, every cleaned window was a declaration. This mansion still had life in it. As the days passed, the mansion slowly began to look like the home I had envisioned. The peeling paint vanished, the shattered windows were replaced, and the gardens started to bloom again. The community rallied, neighbors stopping by with flowers, donations, and encouragement. Even the skeptical ones couldn't deny the transformation. And finally, one morning, as I stood on the balcony overlooking the lake, I felt a sense of triumph I had never known. The mansion was no longer abandoned. It was alive, filled with laughter, hope, and determination. Eventually, the HOA officials returned, clipboard in hand, but this time the atmosphere was different. They walked through the mansion, inspected the progress, and nodded silently. After what felt like an eternity, the lead official turned to me. "We see your dedication. The demolition is officially canceled. Continue your renovations, but keep the progress documented." Relief washed over me and tears filled my eyes. I had fought for my dream, and I had won. That night, I sat on the restored balcony, the lake reflecting the golden sunset, and thought about how fragile dreams can be, but also how resilient. I had learned that owning a mansion isn't just about buying property. It's about preserving history, nurturing community, and never giving up when everything seems lost. And if you've enjoyed this journey and want to see more incredible stories like mine, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Your support fuels these amazing journeys, and trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. The abandoned lake mansion, once silent and forgotten, now stood as a symbol of hope, determination, and the magic of never letting go. And as I looked at the shimmering water, I realized that some dreams are worth fighting for, not tomorrow, not next week, but right now.